We are glad to welcome today, all the way from down in Valdosta, Georgia. They are from the Dream Young Arts and Media in Valdosta. We are glad to welcome Mr. Otis Young and Nikki Vincent. And they are the, help me with this, co-founders.
Co-founders, that is correct.
Co-founders of Dream Young Arts and Media. Thank you for making the trip up from Valdosta. Good trip?
Yeah, a decent trip. And thank you for inviting us.
Well, we are glad to see you. Mr. Otis, first of all, let's begin with you. Tell me about Dream Young Arts and Media. How did you get started? What do you do?
Well, Dream Young Arts and Media, our focus is to raise awareness for people with special needs. That's really what we do. So we do have a video podcast. We also have a campaign that runs on social media platforms. Also, we have a website, dreamyoung.org.
Okay.
That is a place to go for resources, for encouragement, for inspiration, just to find out more about what you can do to kind of be more impactful in helping people with special needs. How we got started was that me and Nikki have a combined 25 years of experience working in the industry directly with people with special needs.
Okay.
We had a small business in Tampa, Florida, and that agency provided direct services to those individuals with developmental disabilities. And we did that since like 2007.
Sure.
And so that helped us transition into the nonprofit as well. We still help operate that company out of Tampa. It's a family-run business, but we still have, parallel to that, we still have the nonprofit.
And Ms. Nikki, for special needs individuals, what are some of the services that you offer?
All right, so basically we have members who are in, like they're institutionalized in a group home, etc. We come in and we teach them how to be independent so that they can live on their own and not live in a group home. And we help them create monthly budgets. We pay their rent, we pay all their utilities. You know, of course they're on, disability or assistance. A lot of them are in what we call the DD waiver. Yep. Which is a government program, in Florida. They also have one here in Georgia, but it's not really run the same. And that's what we do. We come in and we make sure that they can be independent. These are high-functioning adults with maybe intellectual difference.
Are we thinking something along the lines of being on the autism scale?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly.
So there is autism, what they classify as mental retardation, but we call it just an intellectual
disability. People with Down syndrome,
right.
Spina bifida, things like that. That's just the developmental disability side of things.
Right.
Then you have with the visually impaired people, people who are deaf, things like that. So there's other disabilities that are out there under that umbrella. But when we were in the industry on a for-profit side, we focus mainly on the developmental disability aspect of things.
Do we have a stigma in this country today as when we think about developmental disability? I don't like the word retardation.
Yes.
Yeah,
But when we think about developmentally disabled, maybe, do we have a stigma there to think that maybe there is nothing that they can do? What I'm hearing is that you're opening up a whole new world.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For individuals.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Based on the CDC's website, 1 in 4 adults have some type of disability. Right?
May or may not know it?
May or may not know it,
correct.
right? But based on the data that the CDC has produced, 1 in 4 adults have some type of disability that's 18 and up, right? That's about 61 million people. We're not even talking about the people who are 17 and below that, right? So just imagine that's just in the U.S. alone. So now when you take it worldwide, how many people are out there suffering from some type of disability? They don't know about certain local resources. They don't know about national or regional resources. And they don't have anybody that they can reach out to and connect. Now, we're bumping into a lot of people. We're meeting a lot of people doing our video podcasts. What's great about it is that these companies are producing products and services that are helping people with special needs. They're exposing resources that are helping people with special needs. And some people don't even know that this stuff exists. So that's why we are kind of bridging the gap, so to speak, with what we bring to the table as Dream Young Arts and Media to raise awareness.
Now, Ms. Nikki, when you began the podcast, how long has the podcast been up and running?
Actually, it's been about, 6 to 8 months now, but we've really started revving it up because now people are starting to show a lot of interest in Dream Young Arts and Media. And so we are getting contacted by people who want to help us voice or become a voice or an advocate for people.
How often is the podcast produced? How often does it come out?
On average?
Once a week.
Yeah, about once a week right now. Once a week right now. We have
certain time?
Not really a set time just yet. We're trying to get up to that point. We kind of just dropping videos, whenever we got them, ready and edited. Everything is done in-house right now. So between managing other things in life and still getting these podcasts out, we just drop them on average once a week.
What's involved in the podcast when we join it, and I guess we have to go on the site to be able to hook up to the podcast?
Yep, our podcast are on our website, and it's also on YouTube. If you go to Dreamyoungmedia, type in Dreamyoungmedia on YouTube, and we'll pop right up.
What are we going to see?
You're going to see us interacting with other businesses, parents who are having challenges in this area as well. Child might have autism, and the parent is looking for ways to share their story. You're going to see other companies who are producing great products that are helping people who are, who don't have arms, who don't have legs, and helping them visually impaired. What recently happened for us that I think is awesome is that we just partnered with a company out of New York City called Visions. They work with people who are visually impaired, and they actually have so many services for these individuals. It's great, but one thing that helped us out and also helped Visions out and the people in the program is that they provide a job for these individuals. Right. And so they're actually working for Dream Young at this point.
Earning a paycheck.
Earning a paycheck.
Paying a tax.
Paying a tax, right? And also doing what they love. These are people who are in college right now. Right? They're going for their business administration degrees. Some of these people are in accounting programs. Some people are doing coding or computer coding. So these are people who are really skilled at what they do, and Visions is setting the whole thing up.
Wow.
And so it's just a great program, and we just partnered with them, and we're very excited about that new.
Now, Ms. Nikki, when we talked about in the beginning, opening up a whole new world.
Yes.
Once this particular whole new world has been opened up to an individual, and you don't have to give me any names, but share with me some feeling that you get back, maybe some feedback that you get back from someone whom you have helped to come to this place where someone else may have said, you'll never amount to anything.
Oh, yeah. I have a great story. So we're not going to use names. So we do have an individual, it's a female. She's 30. She was institutionalized since she was 18. But she's very high functioning. So then her boyfriend was Otis. Otis was his coach for about 12 years. Yep. So then he started saying he wants to marry her. He wants to marry her. Everyone was like, that's impossible. So it took us 4 years. But we got her out of the group home. We got them moved in together. They were splitting the bills. Therefore, because they're on a fixed income, it helped them financially to live together, number one. Number two, she ended up having lung cancer and passed away. But the bright side of it, we were able in her last couple of years to move her into independence, and she lived a full independent life before she passed away. So it did bring us joy, even though it was a very sad situation, because they're like our family at the end of the day. We care about them. And so when their parents pass away, really, we're all they have. So we have an obligation to them to make sure they succeed. And so to me, that was a success story, because although she did pass away, she's in a better place, number one. Number two, she was able to taste what she had dreamed about.
She was able to have a quality of life that unless you came into her life, she would have not been able to realize.
That's correct. Right. That's correct.
Well, we fought for her, to get out of the group home because she was so high functioning. We just felt like she didn't belong there, and she didn't.
Absolutely. So, Mr. Otis, what is your mission statement? Every good organization has a mission statement. Why do you do what you do?
Well, at the end of the day, or to keep it as simple as possible, is that we tried to find an avenue to fuse what we love doing and to help people. That's the goal, right? We want to impact the individuals' lives in the circle of, in the special needs community, and anybody that's within that circle, we want to impact their lives in a positive way.
There are not very many, Miss Nikki, programs out there that are like this, nor are they geared toward the people that you are gearing this to.
That's correct. When we were actually in the community with them, we started seeing that there was nothing else like what we're doing now, and that we had to start something, so that we can be the first, and hopefully there'll be many more organizations like ourselves that actually are strictly just for the people. We are not getting anything out of it. We are a 501c3. Although, we do need funding and donations so that we can, we can maintain, our advocacy programs.
And that was going to be my very next question. You're helping people.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
You are helping those who are could be mentally disabled, and you do it absolutely free.
Basically, yep, that's correct.
Basically, but how can the business community help you? How can the population? How can the people help you? Because it takes money to operate.
It does.
Yes.
It does. For the first several years of Dream Young has been in business since 2010, and to be as clear as possible with everybody, we've been doing everything out of our pocket. With the cameras, with the lighting, with the video editing, everything that we are doing is out of pocket. The best way that people could help us impact the community is to jump on our website. We have a donate option. We also sell T-shirts, Know Your Purpose T-shirts.
Very nice.
These are designed also in-house. They could also follow us on social media. Those things are free. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're also trying to improve our numbers. The more people we have who watch our content, the more people that we have who respond, like, and share, is the more of an impact that we're going to have, and we'll be able to have those connections built and those bridges built.
We can go on the website, we can see the podcast, we can go on the website, and we can donate to your cause.
That's correct.
And every nickel does not go into your pocket.
No.
It goes into
running the organization, and helping the organization continue to build.
And it took your money, your personal money, to buy every piece of equipment that you use for the podcast itself.
That's right. That's correct. All the laptops, everything that we're doing. Even we have dedicated a section of our home just for this nonprofit. So even within our home, so just everything that we're doing right now is just out of pocket.
Any idea, Miss Nikki, how many individuals so far you have been able to serve and help?
So roughly per quarter, we were doing physically roughly around 60 people per quarter.
When we had the training center, yeah.
That's when we actually had the training. We figured that wasn't enough. We need to just reach so many more people because there's millions of people with, challenges, disabilities, and in our county, in our town, in our state, even in Georgia, from Florida and Georgia.
You guys have been busy.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
We have a lot of work to still do.
And it's a 7-day-a-week job.
It is, and we're still managing other things outside of the nonprofit as well, just to make sure that we keep food on the table. So the nonprofit obviously is something that we do as a legacy vehicle as well. We really want to leave something that's going to make an impact long term, even after we're gone. So that's kind of what it is. You want to leave something for your children's children. You're a man of God. We talked about that, and that's just something that's in our heart to do. And so that's what it is right now. It's not the sexiest thing that's out right now. It's not like it's not very high profile.
Yeah,
it's not high profile. It's not a glamorous thing to do, and that's why our marketing and promoting and really pushing and getting the word out there is critical to our success. Because it's easy to put up a picture of something colorful and pretty, and people are attracted to it. But when you talk about something, this topic, this subject, is something that people have to kind of connect with on a deeper level, which is a harder sell.
Almost have to have a personal experience with it to be able to
appreciate it and understand it.
We live in a society now where if it's not affecting us, if it's not in our house,
that's right,
then it ain't happening.
That's right. That's right.
But it's all around us.
And we often get asked, well, why are you doing this? Do you have a child that's disabled or someone? And we're like, no, but we were in the community for so long with them. So now we just have this passion just to help advocate for them. And it's like we're even doing a program on disability etiquette. Because sometimes when we're in the community with them, people just...
We don't know how to act.
And
don't know what to say.
Exactly. And then they feel that. And so when they often ask us, well, why are they looking at us? And it bothers them. So then we just want to raise awareness. Look, they're just like you and me. Yeah. They may have, a feature that makes them look different from us, but inside, we all bleed the same.
We all bleed red, do we not?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
When we go and look at the podcast, tell us how we can get there. What's your website?
Dreamyoung.org.
dreamyoung.org.
That's it.
And you just go on there, find the link.
Just find the link. It has a tab on a website that says videos, and then when you go to the video page, it has something that says on the right hand side that says DY videos.
Right.
You can click that, and it takes you to a page with all of our podcasts there. Or if you want something a little bit more straightforward, just go to YouTube and type in Dreamyoungmedia.
Type in Dreamyoungmedia
And our page
you'll
will pop
find
right
it.
up. Yep.
And you're invited, if you'll go to the website, dreamyoung.org, please check out what they do, check out why they do it, and while you're there, especially if special needs has touched your life, make a donation.
Thank you.
Make a
appreciate
donation,
that.
and even if it's not, make a donation and help them in what they're doing, because it is so worthwhile and it is so needed. Dream Young Arts and Media. They're out of Valdosta, Georgia. Mr. Otis Young and Nikki Vincent. It is a nonprofit 501c3. So many times we make a donation to an organization, we're afraid that the money is going to go in all different directions, but everything goes directly to help people with special needs. I'm going to shake your hand.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate your time.
you too. Miss
Thank
Nikki,
you.
thank you for coming. Safe trip home.
Thank you.
Come back.